Okay, team, welcome to week number 6. So this week's going to be a lot about reinforcement rather than, going over stuff that is totally brand new because quite often in challenges, this is a stage where people can lose track of stuff. So I really want to reinforce this information. And this is going to be where we're talking all about resilience and staying consistent, and why setbacks are part of progress, and more importantly, breaking the all or nothing cycle, because building momentum through small wins is ultimately what's going to take you to those much bigger objectives. So, yeah, all about resilience. Motivation, as we've discussed, naturally fluctuates, and the people who succeed are the ones who respond well to setbacks. Now, why do setbacks happen? Life does get in the way. Energy and motivation do fluctuate. Perfection expectations create pressure. And this is where we become our own worst enemy. Because everyone experiences weeks where things do not go to plan. And yeah, progress is rarely linear. We look at it, think about it like a graph. We think of it as in, right, this is how my, progress should be. So very linear. But actually, it's quite squiggly when you think about it. So you are making progress, but there's always going to be those little dips in between where it's quite undulating. So it's quite important that we manage our expectations when we're reaching those bigger goals. The all or nothing trap. So one missed workout can feel like failure. One off-plan meal turns into a lost day, and then momentum can stop completely. But not with any of you. Not with any of you. The all or mindset. The all or nothing mindset is, pardon me, one of the biggest barriers to long-term success. Now, returning to the continuum, every day sits somewhere on the scale. There is no perfect or failed day. Progress comes from staying on the continuum scale. What I want you to do is think of habits on a continuum rather than pass or fail. Again, it comes back to food choices. It's not good or bad. It's just something that we program in. We know that chocolate's bad, but or we also not bad, but we know we shouldn't have that regularly. We know that, but if you're having it as a treat, does that define your success? Absolutely not. It's just a little dip, which is totally normal. The next best action. Pause and reset. So you're choosing the next positive action. You want to avoid emotional decision making. When something goes wrong, choose the next best action immediately. Momentum over motivation. So remember, action builds confidence. Action precedes confidence. Consistency creates belief. And small wins over a long period of time builds momentum, rhythm. Okay, nothing sporadic, no spikes, just rhythm. That's all we're looking for. Motivation follows action rather than the other way around. Reframing progress, strength improvements, energy and focus, and consistency with habits. Progress isn't measured by the scale, is what I'm trying to say here. If you can track your habits, which you can do through Everfit, you're reminded about hydration, you're reminded about logging food, you're reminded about step counts, etc. All the things that you know you should be doing, you're reminded of, and that is a form of measuring, and that is consistency, that is habits, etc. Energy comes naturally from weightlifting. Today is a prime example. So, guess what? I actually did not want to do the workout. Part of me was like, should I do this? Shouldn't I? Whereas now, as you can probably tell by the look of me, I'm far more energetic and much more focused as well. That's all thanks to weightlifting. Your task this week, I want you to notice perfection thinking, or more importantly, you might not be thinking of these things, you might be drifting away. I want you to bring yourself to the continuum scale, and I want you to protect momentum even when the week isn't perfect. Choose the next best action. Final reminder, progress is built through imperfect weeks. That doesn't mean have McDonald's for 6 days and then, be really clean with your nutrition 1 day a week, Cheat meals are fine, but it's a cheat meal, not a cheat day. Consistency compounds, just a reminder, stay in the game. Okay, long-term change comes from staying engaged with the process. Thank you and see you soon.